Good morning. Today I want to talk to y'all a little bit about Layla's Hope Foundation. My name is Jennifer. I am the mother of missing 22-year-old Layla Santinello. Layla has been missing since June 27th of 2023 out of Kingsport, Tennessee. Layla's Hope Foundation has been launched by Stacy Morgan, who is Layla's aunt. Layla's Hope Foundation is sort of a love child between ideas that I've had in the past and things that I've wanted to do for our community after being a part of, the recovery community, and after having been in active addiction for 4 years. I learned a lot of things and I saw a lot of needs here in the Tri-Cities. Stacy, having raised 3 children herself, who are all now young adults with families, has also seen huge needs in this area. When Layla was a teenager, I was in the early stages of recovery, and we were staying at my mom's house, which is like inside Kingsport City, pretty close to downtown, within walking distance to everything. And she used to bring me kids, teenagers. She would just bring home hungry children, kids who needed a place to stay for the night. We had tents in the backyard, and we had kids that would just come and stay out there when they needed a safe, comfortable place to go. A lot of these kids didn't want to go into the foster care system, so they would hide and lie and do whatever it took to stay out of the system, because the only thing that there would have been for them is group homes. And I don't know about where y'all are from, but like these group homes here, they're prisons. And they send kids with behavioral disorders and kids who have charges, and they intermingle them with like literal orphans or kids who have been removed from their home due to drug use and neglect. We had one young man who showed up at my door with the police one night, and I remember he just looked at me with these eyes like, please, please, please let me stay for the night, please. I could see it on his face. He didn't have to ask. So, I said, officer, yeah, he can hang out here. And when I spoke to that officer, he told me, well, I guess, dad's in Johnson City and mom's in Bloomingdale, and neither of them have a stable place to stay. And I had known for weeks that this young man had been sleeping on a friend's floor. And he was over at my house every day after school getting snacks and sandwiches. Like, these kids don't want to go into the system, but they're also not getting what they need from their families. And it's just a very, very difficult situation. This is not judgment on the parents of these children. I, again, have been in active addiction. I completely understand how those things go. But what I wanted back then was I wanted sort of, in larger cities, they have like children's shelters where there's anonymity, and it's almost like a safe haven for kids who may have run off, or kids who are avoiding going home because it's not a safe environment, or kids just like that young man who really has parents but no stable place to stay. In larger areas, they do have these things. They're hard to get approval for. And I would dream about this. I want a big house where these kids can come and go, and when they need safety or a sandwich or just someone to talk to, I wanted to be able to provide that. I was kind of doing it already, but I wanted to be able to do it on like a legal and grand scale. And this is something that I had discussed with my kid's grandmother and the family, because they very much are in the business of nonprofits, and their whole life's work is helping their communities. And so when Layla went missing, Stacy had been kind of cooking up an idea for a foundation anyway, taking some of my ideas from the things that we had discussed over the years and combining them with some of hers. And right now, Layla's Hope organization is focusing on helping support families of children who have gone missing or simply run off. We also want to someday be a safe haven for young adults who are in active addiction, who need a sandwich or a safe space Maybe someone's after them. Maybe they just need to get out of the crowd that they're in. We want to have a home, a house inside the city limits where they can just come and they can borrow an iPad and talk to their families, and they can have a sandwich or whatever. Like, we have all of these big ideas and we're working on everything, but what we need right now is funding. Now, I know Stacy has applied for some grants. That's a long process. We're working literally out of pocket at this point. We're hoping to find a way to drum up more interest and donations to start the ball rolling and getting things situated. We have helped a couple of families thus far that have been in difficult situations. They have, young adults who have run off and had to deal with the legal system and just needed supports, and we're getting there. We want to be able to help the community. We want to be able to keep the Laylas of the world safe, if we can do that. This community especially was hit really, really hard with the opioid pandemic. And that leaves lasting generational marks. There are so many young people running around here that just need love and attention and support. And we want to be able to provide that as much as possible. I mean, and I have even bigger dreams for it, I would like to have harm reduction centers eventually come out of this. We have big dreams. I haven't gone all fingers and toes down into being a part of the foundation. I haven't really had the time or ability, being that, Layla's still out there somewhere and we're still trying to find her, but that's gonna end at some point, and I'm gonna be able to put everything I have into this foundation, hopefully sooner than later. I did want to hop on here and just talk about Layla's Hope Foundation and bring it all to your attention that it is something that I fully support and that I hope to be all hands on deck involved in the next few months. The link to the website, if you want to check it out, is in the link tree in my bio. I hope that what we're doing will make her proud.